Getting a personality
Watch this
is
if
like
you
getting into Area
feel like you're
51
boring.
if the security
Yeah,
guard
let's go.
was Helen Keller. It's really easy. Think about how easy it was when you were a kid.
I
Your
don't know,
entire
man.
personality would be like Harry Potter, knowing frog facts and being
True,
good at
true. You
Connect
just
4.
cannot
And that was
adopt the
just how it
personality or
was.
what that
An adult comes
everything
up to
you
you and
like.
starts a conversation, and within 40 seconds, they know you as the Harry Potter Connect 4 frog kid.
True,
But
true,
now,
true,
for some
true. That's
reason, you can't help.
that's usually how reputation starts. This is a very bad choice, but like if you puke in class, you'll be known as puke kid. That's just how things work. I don't know why you said example.
But feel boring, because after the 82nd time in a row of not being able to name a single one of your interests and hobbies when asked, it might start to feel like you just don't have any. But in fact, getting a personality is way simpler than advice on the internet makes it seem. Most people say, be yourself. But that's just extrovert propaganda, since extroverts can be interesting just by existing, and using social wizard.
Yeah, confidence is key. You can be talking about like literal dog shit because you speak with such conviction, speak with such confidence. People will be naturally interested because they're like, wow, he sounds like he knows a lot, but in actuality, he could just be goo goo gaga in.
Tactics that an introvert may know about but can never execute. So unless you're willing to switch sides, your next option is to go to Google, where you'll be directed to ads for personality tests,
Oh
books to
yes,
read, and
MBTI,
advice to
the
join a
thing that's
pottery class. So
having
here's the
East
real
Asia in a
answer.
chokehold.
Personality can literally just be boiled down to the first few standout things people think of when they think of you. That kid who pushed you over on the playground in kindergarten? Mean. Sore loser. Always talks about WWE. That guy in cargo pants with exotic snakes who came to your school assembly to tell you snake facts. Cool. Dresses like
Run away from him. Don't be near him. He's probably a threat.
Steve Irwin. Snake guy. Elon
Oh
Musk.
yeah, also probably snake guy.
Rich. Eccentric. That's it. Adele. British. Good at singing.
Yes.
And probably really friendly. And there's one easy way to do this. It's called the spike method. This is actually a trick used in
the
college
spike
admissions to help regular students get into Ivy Leagues without needing to donate a building. So let's say you like cleaning. Yeah, cleaning.
Basically, just like, you don't have nepotism, this is the method for you.
Just an example. Trust me for a second. You think cleaning is relaxing. You think it's interesting. Now, imagine you spend a decent amount of time every day cleaning, learning about cleaning methods, reading up on the latest cleaning lore, watching cleaning videos, maybe even save up to get a pressure washer.
First of all, if someone has cleaning as their hobby, you're probably talking to a housewife or any middle-aged person. I've never seen anyone that's like, yeah, I am 20 or a teenager and I like to scrub toilets. I'm like,
And the dirt on people's driveways for money. Literally in less than a month, you'll have put more experience into cleaning than 99% of people will ever have in their lifetime.
True,
Which means
because
the next time you meet someone, you will be known to them as the cleaning expert. That might not sound exciting, but watch this. So what do you do for fun? Oh, I'm really into cleaning. I've learned so many cool things the average person doesn't know. Oh, like what? You want to know the truth about robot vacuums? I've been feeling kind of bored lately. Not much to do. I can bring my pressure washer to your house and we could shoot the gunk off your driveway. Wow, that sounds pretty cool actually. What are you doing this weekend? I don't know, I'm probably gonna fold my clothes using the world's fastest folding method. That exists? Yeah, wanna learn it? Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's not an interesting hobby. No one's gonna care.
yeah, make them care. It doesn't matter. Did you think people initially care about watching an anime person talk on screen, doing all this type of stuff? No. Some person made that interesting, so anything can be interesting is what the point I'm trying to make.
So just replace
Yeah, 10
cleaning
million.
with whatever you find
But
interesting
then
and
TikTok
run with
followers
that.
isn't
Don't
really
worry
the same.
about being boring, because whatever you become the expert in, you don't have to talk about that thing all the time. That thing just gets your foot in the door. So instead of just having to introduce yourself the same boring way as everyone else, you can get people to actually stop and listen to you. And then you could have normal conversations about how the subscribe button looks really enticing sometimes. So again,
And you should click it. Click the subscribe button.
Step 1. Find something that interests you, no matter how weird it is. Step 2. Gain experience in it until you know slightly more about it than most people do. Step 3. When
Yeah,
introducing
good idea.
yourself to people, talk about this thing. Step 4. There's no step 4. It's that easy. Fun fact. College admissions officers are literally paid to identify applicants who have cool personalities. When
Is
they
that so?
discover that you're better than
Like being from Sweden, having to like big up yourself and be like, yes, I have like, good grades, I did this curricular, blah 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 blah. It's so foreign to me because like we just don't have that system in Sweden. Even when I applied to Australia, the only thing I would have to like prove is like, oh, do you have Australian values? Will you conform to them? I did not have to be like, yes, so I'm friends with 500 celebrities. I do volunteering on the weekend, yada yada yada. That is such a foreign concept to me. I don't think I would be able to do that because I suck at selling myself.
99% of people at something obscure like cleaning, they call it, well, a spike, because it sticks out. Which is why the college essays with the highest success rate are always about some super niche thing like competitive knitting or the medical applications of Tetris. Now,
True.
important disclaimer,
Or whatever.
you can truly pick anything you want as your spike, but you gotta talk to people about it in a way they can understand. Let's say you spent a month becoming an expert in Minecraft. That's valid. But no one will care if you go straight into talking about how you beat the game without touching the ground. It's impressive, but the majority of people don't know how Minecraft works, and that there was ever a way to beat the game in the first place. I know, right? Like, it's 2024. How do you not know? Instead, explain what Minecraft is, how you got into it, how you beat it, and then explain how you did it without touching the ground. Despite what you might think, people will actually be patient to listen to any topic as long as they can understand it. The second you start
True.
using big words and niche terms to sound smart, that's actually when people stop listening. Which is why
Exactly. I heard something was like a smart person can make difficult topics easy by explaining them in a way that makes them look easy. A dumb person will use big words that they don't know how to use just because they think using big words makes them smarter or something like that. You can look it up.
when Bill Nye explains volcanoes to you, it's interesting. But when someone with a PhD in volcano science explains them, you start wondering halfway through if they're even a real person. So yeah,
True.
hopefully that was easy to understand. I'll be taking donations in the form of subscribes to fund the next video.
I'm also taking donations and as former subscribers. Please subscribe, please.